What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Aeron Nix. This is the Wrestle YouTube channel, and this is WWE NXT in 3 minutes. It's my favourite 2 hours of the week, but is it holding up well? Let's find out. Let's put the counter on the screen and let's get cracking. NXT opens with faction warfare, Mexicans versus black people, because this is 1997 all over again. To be fair, it is actually excellent. I love both these factions. Hit Row going up against Legado del Fantasma. Tag team match, of course, Top Dollar, Ashanti the Adonis, taking on Legado del Fantasma's Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza. Sorry, I fucking get so tongue-tied mentioning all these incredible wrestlers. Great match, interesting finish, loads of schmozzes at the end. It looks like Legado del Fantasma are kind of getting one over them, and then all of a sudden they come back in after Top Dollar's been wiped out originally, and yeah, it was just kind of a bit all over the place. But Santos Escobar takes Swerve's grill, gotta be honest. As much as I'm not massively hot in the rivalry, because they still feel like heel versus heel dynamic, even though they're slowly turning Hit Row, I think, into faces. I really, really love the idea of Swerve versus Santos Escobar for the North American Championship. That match is going to be an absolute show stealer, hopefully at TakeOver 36. More about that in a moment. Ridge Holland is back in town, and he's beating the everlasting shit out of some very colourful Japanese people.
Look, we got a package from the Mr. Sparkle Company in Japan.
Woo!
Oh! Weird dynamics again in the tag team division as the Grizzled young veterans take on, sorry, that's a terrible impression. They take on LA Knight and the Butler, Cameron Grimes. And of course, they get the win after some shenanigans. NXT is amazing. It's full of some of the best wrestlers in the world. In my opinion, it does have the best talent all around in the world. However, because of that, there isn't enough room because there's only a 2-hour show and one takeover every 2 or 3 months. So although you only get less is more all the time, which is a very good thing, unfortunately, it means that so many of our great stars, guys like Pete Dunne and GYV, etc., they just don't get seen enough, even though they are genuinely worthy of being in the main event. Karrion Kross versus Samoa Joe, who is now reinstated on the main roster. Oh my god, yes, please. Right before that, however, we did have a breakout tournament match once again. It was Joe Gacy versus Trey Baxter. Good match. The problem with these guys is they don't have gimmicks yet, so it's hard for me to be truly invested in them. But from a wrestling standpoint, excellent. Really love Trey Baxter as well, by the way. Samoa Joe comes down, beats the shit out of a lot of security guards after he's egged on by Karrion Kross. Normally, I'd be like, nobody cares. However, because it's Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross, it was so fucking good and intense. By the way, Samoa Joe back as a wrestler. Oh my god, give me what I want.
Give your meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot. Hot and spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Bobby Fish versus Roderick Strong. Amazing wrestling match. Let's be real. Nobody really cared about it. However, let's be genuinely real and say, if this had been on Dynamite, you'd all be wetting your pants like a bunch of silly smarks and marks. So ultimately, it is what it is. And in your main event, it's lover or leaver time. Johnny Gargano versus Dexter Lumis. It's a shame, actually, because I think if Dexter Lumis had won, which he didn't, Johnny Gargano did, that might have actually held the storyline up even better. I love the way. I think they're the most underrated and underappreciated faction in the world right now. But the whole story obviously circulates around the fact that Indi Hartwell finally grabs her man and plants a whopping great kiss on him. It's kind of romantic. It's kind of cute. It's kind of creepy too. And they've done a really good job with this. I honestly would normally shit on an angle like this, but it is kind of heartwarming and fun. And it does break up NXT's very serious nature a lot of the time. Love Beth Phoenix. She has been so dedicated to this program. And of course, with the buzzer that brings to an end WWE NXT in 3 minutes, not going to lie, not my favourite NXT by a simple margin. I am a huge mark, as everybody knows, for NXT. I love all the content that they provide. However, I do feel that they're having problems trying to fit in some of their bigger stars, guys like Pete Dunne, guys like Grizzled young veterans, like I said. Just feels like they're finding their way. This was very much a middling show. However, knowing that NXT TakeOver 36 is on the horizon, Ilya Dragunov versus Volta 2, not to mention Cross versus Samoa Joe, Raquel Gonzalez versus Dakota Kai. Holy shit, this show is going to be stacked. And of course, who can forget Santos Escobar versus Swerve for the North American Championship. Honestly, it really is shaping up to be the best takeover of all time. It's just a shame that from what I can tell, it's going to be in the Performance Center and not in front of a red-hot SummerSlam crowd like the actual SummerSlam show will be. Unfortunately, you can't have everything, but you will get some of the best wrestling of all time. And of course, I'm going to persist on watching NXT regularly from this point forward. I've been Aaron X. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course, drop a subscription and let your mates know about this format, because it would be amazing to have more subscribers and genuinely entertain and make more smiles. Until then, I've been Aaron X, like I've said, and I'll catch you very soon for more content from the Wrestle Plug.